All right, so here is a review of the energy bar charts. I just wanted you to see how people did. So we got excellent scoring. This is second period, average is 86.4. And then third period, tons and tons of perfect scores. We even had one person get a little bit of extra credit, and the average was 91.36. So generally, most of you have a really good idea what you're doing with bar charts. If you are someone who did not do so well, you need to come and see me or ask questions about it, because bar charts are really important to understand. So let's review them. So for number one, I can see I have mass and I've got velocity, so I know that I have kinetic energy. And so kinetic energy, I am not changing my H at all, and so that's why I have no EG. And in state A, I have no spring, and so all I have is kinetic. In state B, I have zero velocity, so that's no kinetic. It mentions the spring constant, so we're going to assume that what has stopped me is the spring, so I have elastic. And as I said, I've not changed my H at all, so I have no gravitational potential energy. So you got 1 point for EEL, 1 point for your system being reasonable. If you put Earth in it, no problem. And then 1 point for kinetic. You got 1 point for the variable equation and 1 point for the formula, and then 1 point if you had no other energy in here that should not have been there. You could also have done this with work, like if you did not have, you could have done it with work if the spring was not part of the system, in which case instead of having EEL, you would have had work leave the system. All right, number two, again, we are at a height up here of 5 meters, zero velocity. So all I have is gravitational potential energy. I have a 10% loss to friction. We don't have to worry about that numerically. I just know that tells me some energy has gone into the energy account. I'm also moving, and I'm at H is equal to 0. So I only have kinetic, and I have not quite as much as I did before. Oh, I forgot to mention this on number 1. 4 bars here, and then I have 3.5 plus a half a bar, and ETH will give me 4 bars. This is my loss to friction here. I defined my system as the earth, cart, hill, and the spring. If you don't have earth in here, you cannot have gravitational potential energy, because that is due to the earth's gravitational field. So if you don't have earth, you would have to have work due to the earth. So a couple of people left earth out and put in gravitational. You can't have both. So again, 1 point for EG, 1 point for the system, 1 point for these energies, 1 point for an energy balance. And then 1 point for your variable equation, 1 point for putting in your formulas, and then 1 point for no other energy.